Look at him. Look at that Parasaurolophus. I fell in love with this skin. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tommy and welcome to episode 4 of our of my speed build series, the Biosyn Recreation Reserve. In this episode we will finish the guest section that we started last time, and I will also make the enclosure for Parasaurolophus, which will also include the Apatosaurus and the Gallimmimus, because I thought that we need to have variety, and those dinosaurs were there in Dominion. They just weren't, like the main thing, but we have new skins for the Parasaurolophus, which I'm really excited about, as you could see at the beginning of this video, especially the blue one. I mean, I was just so in awe with everything. I tried to put fountains in here, and in doing so I deleted all the vegetation that I had in this circle, and I tried to get it back, and then I said to myself, okay, let's put some rocks in it, let's put some individually placeable trees in it, and maybe this fern, or was it not a fern, what is it, a bush a bush, and these shrubs. And I think that did the trick. I put into fountains. I was trying to go for some piece of symmetry over here, and I put some planters here. I went for minimalism with this particular square. I don't know why I didn't use the new Biosyn decorations. I did use them in the like the primary section up there, but this time I went with the old stuff, with the same old. I was trying, as you can see, I was trying to put in something, but then I was like, okay, we have all this variety of decorations, so let's use all of them, let's make use of all of them. Always pave your paths with planters like this, because it creates a nice viewing experience for the guests. It creates nice pictures, and it really makes the difference between just putting down a path, and then when you align all these planters. I know that you guys that play on console, you tell me in the comments that it's much more difficult for you to place these decorations, and it's much more time consuming, and kudos to you if you do it, because if I cannot imagine how hard it must be to do on console, and I wouldn't have patience for it. And if you know me, if you have been to some of my previous videos, you might know that I am not a very patient person and I use this game as a kind of a therapy. And if you don't know me, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you will like this video, and that you could possibly like my other content, which I would encourage you to check. I do speed builds, I do park builds, and also tutorials. And over here I'm trying to finish the guest section with some vegetation, and now I'm putting down the invisible fence down in the valley. I am calling this the Parasaurolophus Plains. It's basically a meadow. I'm trying to use different fancier names, I guess. And here you can see me flattening down the invisible fence. Even though it is invisible, it is still kind of visible, and I like my fences straight and not crooked. If you know me, you know. And I'm also using these thingies, these watchtowers. We have them, so why not use them? It is basically it's so good that we can have something like in the middle of an enclosure. I was originally thinking of having a tour coming through here, but I will have another tour coming through the enclosure that will be right, like opposite to it on the other side of the fence. We will have another one, but for this one I chose the towers. Here you can see me building a big lake. This is supposed to be a meadow kind of thing, so it's gonna be like not many trees, but I'm going to have a lot of shrubs there. As you can see me adding shrubs over here. I was thinking like which ones do I want to add, but then I went for those that had like more shrubs and less flowers in it, because it kind of fit the environment. I think it fits more than the others. I love it. I love how it looks, and I think that it is very like fitting for the Parasaurolophus. I found out that this green grass, like the mossy grass, hides the dirt like around the invisible fence, so it's a little bit more invisible. So it's a nice little trick and tip for you guys if you want to hide your invisible fences even more. And you know that I have a bone to pick with the invisible fence that is still visible, but I'm not going to go there again because I have been moping about it for like 3 videos now. So let's just not. So here you can see me placing down rocks. And I placed many rocks in this enclosure because I was like, okay, we're not gonna have that many trees, we're just gonna have shrubs, so let's have rocks, let's have something to break down like this whole, you know, when you are doing meadows and valleys and stuff like this where there's not enough trees, you need something to break the enclosure down into, you know, like sections, or to just like not have that kind of just like empty space there. That's why I'm putting so many rocks in there, but I always put many rocks in my enclosures. You know, if you know me, you know. This is the Parasaurolophus. I was just so freaking excited to have him. And I was doing another lake over here because I felt for a second that the enclosure might be too small for so many dinosaurs, because we have 18 Parasaurolophus, we have 2 Apatosaurus and 10 Gallimmimus, so quite a lot, but then I saw them all together in there and they were fine. So this is the final overview, the overview first of the, what is it, the guest section from up above, and you can also see the valley. I like this scenery, like the mountains in the background, and I love that these guest sections are elevated, and I like the minimalism of this particular square. And we're gonna head on to the valley, where we have the Parasaurolophus and the Apatosaurus and Gallimmimus. It's a very simple enclosure. I know it's nothing very complicated. There will be more complicated builds as the series goes on. I have some complicated builds, well, not complicated, but a little more like thematic builds for the Giganotosaurus, Pyroraptor, Dimetrodon. I'm gonna have some variety of things there so that the enclosures are not looking similar, they're not the same. But I feel that I'm being quite successful in distinguishing the enclosures. That's something that I always try to do, and that's the ultimate tip of mine. This is the view from the overpass that we built in episode 2. So this is like from one side it's the Dreadnoughtus, to the other side it's this Parasaurolophus valley. And we'll be taking some few last looks of the valley before we say our goodbye, and I will also showcase the blue Parasaurolophus a little more, because initially I thought when I saw it in the movie, like movie trailer, that it wasn't, you know, like, yeah, that it was kind of meh, but I don't know why, it just like, I love it. I love it now so much. But with this, I will say my goodbyes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. If you liked the video, please give me a like, comment, or share. And if you think that you will enjoy my upcoming content, please do consider subscribing, because there's much more coming. Again, my name is Tommy. Thank you very much, and have a great day.